Rewriting linear equations into slope-intercept form. So let's review what slope-intercept form looks like. Recall that that is the y equals mx plus b, where m represents our slope, change in y over change in x, and b represents our y-intercept, 0b. So to rewrite an equation to get it in that form, keep in mind our goal is to have y by itself on the left, and then on the right-hand side we'll have an x term plus a constant. So to do that with number 1, we're trying to get y by itself. So to get rid of this positive 4x that's with it, I would subtract 4x from both sides. And then y is multiplied by 2. So to get rid of that multiplication by 2, to get y alone, I would divide both sides by 2. So our negative 4x divided by 2 becomes negative 2. 12 divided by 2 becomes 6. So now we have the equation in slope-intercept form. So it started off in standard form. It only takes 2 steps to get it to slope-intercept form. So that was subtracting and then dividing. Now we can identify the y-intercept of 0, 6 and our slope of negative 2 over 1. So to graph it, I'm going to go to 0, 6 and put a point. And then from there, I'm going to go down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. And do that until you run out of grid, and then connect your points using a straight edge. Make sure you include to put arrows on both sides. For number 2, to get this into slope-intercept form, I want to get rid of this minus 3x. That's with y, so I would add 3x to both sides. Now, to get y by itself, I still have this times 4 with it. To undo multiplication, we would do division. So I'm going to divide both sides by 4. 3 divided by 4 becomes 3/4, and then minus 16 divided by 4 becomes minus 4. So our y-intercept is 0, negative 4, and our slope is 3/4. So I'll come over here and plot the point 0, negative 4. And from there I would go up 3, right 4, up 3, right 4, and connect my points with a straight edge. Make sure to put arrows on both ends of your line. For number 3, I would add x to both sides to cancel out that minus x, and then divide both sides by negative 3. Remember that there's an understood 1 in front of the x, so 1 divided by negative 3 gives us negative 1/3, and then 9 divided by negative 3 gives us negative 3. So our y-intercept is 0, negative 3, and our slope is negative 1/3. So I will plot a point at 0, negative 3. From there I'll go down 1, right 3, down 1, right 3, and connect my points with a straight edge. Be sure to include arrows on both ends of your line. Number 4, subtract 5x from both sides, then divide both sides by negative 10. Negative divided by a negative is positive. Negative 5 divided by negative 10 is 1/2. Negative 50 divided by negative 10 is positive 5. So our y-intercept is 0, 5, and our slope is 1/2. So I would plot a point at 0, 5, and I would go up 1, right 2, and connect my points with a straight edge, including arrows on both ends. Number 5 is not in standard form or slope-intercept form. It's what's called point-slope form, which we will study more later. But to get it into slope-intercept form, similar to our standard form, it only takes 2 steps. So the first one is to distribute. So I'm going to distribute the 2 to the x minus 4. So we get 2x minus 8. And then to get y by itself, we would add 12 to both sides. So it cancels out on this side. To get y by itself, negative 8 plus 12 becomes 4. So our y-intercept is 0, 4, and our slope is 2 over 1. So I plot 0, 4, go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Number 6, I'm going to distribute the negative 1/2 So that side becomes negative 1/2 x plus 3. When you're distributing, this negative sign that's in front of it gets distributed along with it. So we're taking a negative times a negative. That's why it becomes positive 3. Lastly, we will subtract 2 from both sides. So we get y equals negative 1/2 x plus 1. So our y-intercept is 0, 1, and our slope is negative 1/2. So we'll go to 0, 1, plot a point. From that point, I'm going to go down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, connect my points with a straight edge, and include arrows on both ends. Number 7, we're going to distribute negative 4/3. Negative 4/3 times x becomes negative 4/3 x. Negative 4/3 times 6 becomes negative 8. And then add 7 to both sides. So we get y equals negative 4/3 x minus 1. So our y-intercept is 0, negative 1, and our slope is negative 4/3. So from 0, negative 1, our y-intercept go down 4 and right 3. And down 4, right 3 again, and then connect your points using a straight edge.